Hi, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Call them at 532-6600 or schedule service online, irvines.com. Best in the business, not the cheapest, but we'll fix it right the first time. 532-6600 or irvines.com. Our next sponsor is Move Financial. You need Moves Financial in your life. Link.movesfinancial.com/gig economy podcast. Link.movesfinancial.com/gig economy podcast. Or obviously it's in the description of the show. Moves is a debit card and a all-around app to monitor your financial services with gig work. They offer cash advances up to $1,000 with flexible payment options. And, of course, they give you stock. You earn it as you work for these apps like Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, those kind of things. So check out the Moves Financial debit card and app, and you can download that on Android or iOS. We appreciate Moves so much for supporting the Gig Economy podcast. And next up, Middleton Technologies. Middleton Technologies has 3 different apps. Flex Alert for Amazon Flex, Maximo for Grubhub, Uber Eats, Uber X, and Lyft, basically everything but DoorDash. And then he has DoorDash, Drive Utility Helper. All these apps automate things. Accept and decline, put certain parameters in. This app will keep you safer on the road, for one, and help you earn more money. Check out Middleton Tech's links in the description. Download all the apps, try them. I guarantee you'll be safer and make more money on the road. All right, guys, enjoy the show. Oh, by the way, you are going to love it. Jesper had a cold. He has the best smoker laugh, if you know what I mean. Like, I didn't even do it justice. But anyways, enjoy the show. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy podcast. This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Thank you so much for joining us. This is episode 112. How's it going, Jesper?
It's going great.
It's going great. Jesper's always jamming to the beginning.
I know.
Song.
I'm jamming. I'm moving the table. This is good.
Oh, yeah. Always moving the table. That's okay. Thanks, Mac, for joining. Gary from Middleton Tech. Janet and Tyler. Thank you so much. Real quick, everything Gig Economy podcast related, go to gigeconomyshow.com. Also, we have a Facebook group if you want to join that. Newsletter. What's the status?
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, I need to get a heartbeat one.
I'm actually working on one.
Okay.
But it's I'm hoping to get it out before I leave for Denmark.
What, in August?
No, in July.
Oh, it is mid-June. Right? I was like, July, that's 3 months away. No, it's not.
It's like, I don't know, a month.
A month away. Okay. Yeah, so Jesper will work on that. Don't forget the picnic on September 17th. I did not make a slide, son of a bitch. I did it.
It's okay.
Hey, Matt. So, yeah, it'll be sometime in the afternoon. I will work on that this week, getting a slide out for that. But save the date, September 17th in Grand Rapids.
It's going to be uber awesome.
Uber awesome?
Uber awesome.
Bro. Hey, I want you to check out our merch. There's a sale this week. I'm not sure when it starts. I think the end of the week. If you'd like to get a Gig Economy podcast t-shirt, I recommend the super soft tri-blend version. It's worth every penny. It's super soft, and it feels so good. I appreciate everyone that orders stuff. And then our Patreon members, Keith from Indiana, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins, Bud Dick. I didn't mean to stop on Bud Dick. Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston, and Tyler Kane from Oklahoma. We had a few great joins in the Telegram group, couple of spammers. So we encourage you, if you're a spammer, please don't join our group. Don't creep on our ladies, because that happened.
No. Again?
Yeah.
People, don't be jerks.
Pelka got hit up.
Ugh.
Yeah, but she immediately told me, so I was able to block him and kick him out. So
Yeah, that's the big thing. This is not a
sex group, y'all.
dating service. That's not what. No. Then you go to.
I mean, John is available. John is available. So
go to eHarmony for that stuff.
eHarmony. What are you, 100? Go to Tinder. In your case, Grinder.
No. That's CC Top Guitar.
What, the beard?
I don't know.
You know Dave gets on when there's in the title it says strike.
Dave's
our pro strike guy. If there says anything with a strike, Dave is going to be on here.
I'd like to point out that Jason does not know how to play any instrument in this world, I think.
So I was in band till I was 18.
Oh, okay. Good job.
Well, till I graduated. And don't you remember the drum set I used to have in here?
Yeah.
I played for a year. Yeah. And then
okay, so you know how to drum.
I could play Sweet Child of Mine on the drums. Oh, John, Grinder? Was that the one you were looking at? Okay, this show is already off the rails.
Oh, my gosh.
Want to give a shout out to Steve Johnson from Rideshare Rodeo, my super pal. I love that guy so much. Check out his show at Rideshare Rodeo.
Where's he at, by the way? Why is he not here?
I don't know. I think he might be mad at me. I mean, he just sold a big sponsorship to another company, so he's probably in the Bahamas right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just like...
Why would he be mad at me? I'm mad at us.
I don't know because I didn't rub his nuts. I'm not sure. But if you want a great podcast, I know, off the rails. Sorry, Janet. I'm sorry. I love you. So check out ridesharerodeo.com for Steve's podcast. I say his is the nuts and bolts of the gig economy. Ours is just balls. No,
apparently tonight.
Ours are just nuts, no bolts. We love talking about it. We also like having fun. So Not that Steve doesn't have fun. He has a good show, but if you really want to get to the nitty gritty, check out Steve's show.
And going back to the group real fast. Join the group, the Telegram group, and join it for the right reasons though, right? Because you want to be part of the community because you want to not be alone when you're out driving. Oh, yeah. But don't join it for just if you're not going to add value, then just don't.
Well, you can join and be a lurker.
Oh, absolutely, that's fine.
You do not have to contribute to the group at all.
No,
but just don't be a spammer.
Don't take away from the group either.
Yeah, I think the problem is just the link is just out there in the ether, and so people just join.
But we do monitor it.
Oh yeah, John actually. So John's like, hey, these guys joined, or no, maybe it was Leo. But anyways, we don't have to go into it. So Gary can play the drums just very badly. Yeah, who can't play the drums? It's just the quality. But you can play them, you just very badly. Like Gary said, like the quality.
Well, I mean, I think when do you determine that you can actually play the drums?
If you can,
I can use one of the sticks, and I can.
If you can do one like beat, like boom boom, I think you can play. Tyler breathes heavily into the Telegram group.
Remind me to remove Tyler from the group.
Yep, ban him. So before we jump into the gig economy news, we have our first sponsor, who is our studio sponsors, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. I just saw a picture of their new facility, and it's insanely big now. They got these new lift booms in there. It's incredible. The floor is so clean. I'm like, oh, that's going to last 1 week. 1 week. So if you are in the Grand Rapids area or West Michigan area, this is obviously a local one. Call Irvine's at 532-6600 or go to irvines.com if you would like to schedule service. Top of the line mechanics or technicians. Sorry, they don't like to be called mechanics anymore. Technicians, the best in the business, and they're going to fix it right the first time. And loaner cars, if you need a car, when you get it serviced. Even when I get my oil change, I just drop it off for the whole day, and I just use the loaner car. So,
but you do have to order the loaner car in advance.
Yeah, you have to have insurance, obviously, so that you can.
Which you have to have anyways.
Right.
Drive your own car.
Of course.
So,
but yeah, check them out. 532-6600 or irvines.com. Max says, "What's the advantage of using Telegram?" Mac, I call you Mac by your first name because I don't know how to say ODD professionals. It just sounds so weird. Telegram is just like WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger, but it's incredible because you can leave voice messages driving.
That's the big difference. It's voice messages.
Yeah, I know some people don't, but you can just lock the voice in and drive and then tap it once. And instead of trying to text and drive and shit like that. So
Well, and then it's easy to get caught up on the conversation afterwards. So
yeah, and the autoplays.
well, exactly. So in between rides, if you have a conversation going, then it's pretty easy once you drop the passenger off
Yes.
to get caught up in the conversation, listen to everything, and then respond. So you can have the conversation going while you're out driving.
Right.
So
Telegram, John brings up a good point too. Telegram is more secure. It's got end-to-end encryption. I think WhatsApp's now trying to do that, but so Telegram got labeled kind of like a right-wing thing during the Trump when he got kicked off social media. It is not like that, so don't think that. Jesper and I have been Telegram for 5 or 6 years, so it's like it for whatever reason the right wingers just got on Telegram because it's secure.
again, I don't care.
All right.
Yeah, whatever.
So what Dave is here for is the Uber driver strike on July 4th. And again, we've talked about strikes time and time again. So just as we had a massive amount of drivers take Memorial Weekend off, we need another massive strike on July 4th. I know a lot of drivers in other states don't seem to care about the situation in Cali, which is sad really, but we're putting a dent into Uber's profits. We need to take it up a notch on 4th of July and don't drive and don't deliver for Uber. Again, tell your fellow drivers to get off the road. Thoughts?
My first thought is, does it actually work? And so the reason I'm asking that way, and we can talk a little bit about that later on tonight, because we're going to have a couple of stories actually talking about the current status of Lyft and Uber. And yes, they are still making money hands over fist. Absolutely. Even though there's less drivers and people are more now, they're thinking more about the rides that they're taking than they used to be pre-pandemic and all that stuff. But does Uber really care? I mean,
Dave said, honestly, if I was driving, I probably wouldn't strike because I've made $90 an hour for a couple of hours every 4th of July. See, I was going to ask, to me over here, 4th sucks. Like I was like, pick another day that's more profitable, like New Year's Eve. Like,
I would never strike on New Year's Eve. Never. Okay. I still remember that night. I was making bank.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was one night I in Grand Rapids made almost $800 New Year's Eve.
It was a long night.
Absolutely.
We got done at like 7 a.m.
But I was having $65 trips.
Yeah. It's hard to go home on that kind of money. You know what I mean?
And you were high on this
adrenaline.
All the adrenaline.
Yeah.
It was so cool. It was, and you don't get tired on those nights because you're just going bang, 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 bang.
Well, money keeps you awake.
Oh, but that's the thing too, though. It was fun.
Yeah.
Right? It was fun. Everybody was in a good mood. It was. Yeah.
Would it be as fun this year if gas was $5.20 a gallon?
Oh, I think it would be.
Yeah.
At $5.20 a gallon, you can still pay for it.
Well, yeah.
$65 ride.
You're not making as much profit, but
no, but yeah.
Yeah. So no, we don't believe that the strike works. Not that it could work if everyone band together, but no one can. It's this weird we're all drivers, but we're all in different parts of the world. So it's like, how is that even going to work? Yeah, I just don't think it will work. There's got to be a better way to get Uber to notice. I think just don't drive in the platform regardless. Like, go find something else to do. All these drivers are like, well, this is all I got. Like, go deliver food.
Right.
You know, if you want to hurt them, deliver food, not for Uber Eats. Well, I mean, because they're still making money there.
So we're gonna talk about that later, right? A little bit. There's an article talking about how there's way less drivers on the markets right now, and a big part of that is because a lot of the as the pandemic started, drivers
left.
They moved to food.
Yeah.
And they found, and we locally here we've seen the same. We found people don't want to have people in their cars anymore.
Right?
Why would I want to have passengers in my car? They don't tip anyways.
Yeah.
And I, food doesn't talk back to me. It doesn't get drunk. It doesn't mess up my car. I just
drop it off and go to the next one. Max says, "Why hasn't there been a huge gas strike?" What does he think he means by that? I'm curious.
Maybe a strike because of the big gas.
Oh, I see.
I don't know.
So a lot of people say, and this will get on off the rails, but that
already is.
The gas is more of a supply and demand issue, where during the pandemic they stopped making gas and now everyone's driving and they can't keep up with production, and that's why gas is $5.20 a gallon.
No, I personally think that's bullshit.
What do you think it is?
Oh, it's they can charge more, so they do.
You think that's what it is?
Oh, absolutely. It's greed.
Yeah, you're probably right. Well, yeah, because they didn't make it during the pandemic. They were losing money hand over fist, but
it's just greed.
Yeah.
But the other thing we got to remember, too, is we're a little bit sheltered over here in America, right? Because the rest of the world has been used to paying these prices all along.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, most of Europe, you'll be surprised to find anything less than $5, $6, $7 a gallon.
Yeah. Megan says, "Who is they?" They is the oil companies.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I this is not. I don't think it's political at all. Everyone, blame Joe Biden. No, it ain't fucking Joe Biden. It ain't Trump. They don't have control over that shit. So.
Review. It's that
damn Tyler, you did it.
No, I don't think it's political at all.
Dave actually brings a good point. The Putin sanctions, that could be part of it. I mean, we really changed a lot.
Or is it just them? Is it just the oil producing countries using that as an excuse?
Could be.
I mean, I don't know.
I know our fertilizer prices went up because most of our urea comes from Russia.
Right. No, yeah.
So, but anyways, Tyler, it's that damn Biden. Get your shotguns.
I do think Putin needs to start realizing that he's losing the damn war and move on.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about gas, too, and the strike, where Mac brings up a good point. People are driving right now because we're sick of being locked up, right? Everyone's like, right. F it. This is going to be the summer of it. And I think $5 isn't going to slow people. I haven't seen anyone slow down at $5.
Everybody's complaining about it.
Oh, yeah.
They're still driving.
But I think $7 to $8 a gallon, I think you're going to see people slow down.
I saw pictures in California, $10 a gallon.
Yeah. I've seen motorhomes around. Can you imagine filling up like a full motor coach? It's probably $1,000.
$1,200.
Yeah, I was going to say $1,000.
Megan, I've never loved my Prius more. No, that's true.
Oh, Prius would be nice. Yeah. All right, moving on, Jesper. You got a picture there.
But this is a fun conversation.
I know, but we're already... Nope, wrong one, John. We're already like 20 minutes in, so this is supposed to be an hour show. Blame California.
Yep. $10 again. Are you putting it up there, John?
I don't know.
There we go. Drunk. So it says, there's a note on the door. It says, please bring inside. Door is unlocked. Thank you. And then there's a sign saying nudist. And it says, oh my gosh, have you ever had this happen? This is the second time I ran into this guy and I had forgotten all about him. He calls they the door.
Yeah, that's tough.
Them to the door and ask you to bring them in and lay on his counter and lay the food on his counter while he's sitting facing you in a recliner buck naked. Now, I'm not a homophobe, nor do I have any interest in men whatsoever, but my concern is younger people that are being sent with deliveries or women delivering to him. That's what makes me uncomfortable with the whole thing. So, and he ends up by saying, would you do that? And so, yeah, no.
I mean, I would never enter a residence. I think I would if she...
That's what people are saying. Most of the comments are saying, there's no way I would ever enter.
If I heard of like an elderly person, I would crack the door and say, hey, I'm just going to leave it right inside the door. I would never step in, but I would put the food inside the door. But I would never like open the door and walk in. Oh, hell no.
Why would you open the door?
I mean, if they would say, hey, I can't get to the door. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I would open the door. I don't know. It's got red flags all over it.
I think exactly. And I think opening the door is the first step, right? No, I would never even open the door.
All right. Probably a good idea. By the way, Jesper's got a little bit of cold. When he laughs hard, it sounds like he's got a smoker's cough. It's fucking hilarious. You're like,
it's been 25 years since I smoked.
Oh, it sounds like you're smoking. Yeah, see, Max says I've taken elderly. What about groceries? What if they're elderly? I mean, it's the same as food, right? I mean, the same should apply.
No, it should. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I think I would be fine with it. But I mean, if I saw that note though that said nudist, oh hell no, I'm not opening that. Like at least he's letting people know.
Right.
But anyways, yeah.
Hey, Steve is here. See, I told you he wasn't mad at you.
Oh, he is here. I'm glad. No one ever likes our shit, Steve. You browbeat him. You tell him if you don't press like, you're dead to me.
Why would Steve be mad at us?
It was just a joke. So Uber relieves. No, that's me. Uber reveals most common and most unusual items found. And we see this every year, and I just love it. So I'm just going to go over a few things. Some of the most unique items reported by passengers included tater tots, a fingernail, my grandma's teeth, 500 grams of caviar. 500 grams.
Real caviar?
I mean, is there fake caviar?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, real caviar is super expensive.
A pizza costume, a blanking painting of a moose, a Billie Eilish ukulele. I love how they tag Billie Eilish in this, like she's going to see it. An Employee of the Month plaque, a Bernie Sanders fanny pack, a crochet strawberry, a bucket of slime, a brown tortoise, and a ball gag and stethoscope.
We had a penis.
That was yours?
We had a penis straw one, right?
Oh, yeah. I bet that's pretty common.
Yeah.
Uber said more than 40 riders lost their CPAP machines and more than 30 reported lost retainers. And see, there's a smoker's cough.
How do you lose a CPAP machine?
They're pretty big.
I know.
And 5 people reported lost dentures. How do you lose your dentures? Are you taking that shit out while you're driving around in the car?
Well, maybe you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing.
Touche. Most forgetful cities that were Austin, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, Houston, Indianapolis, Dallas, Kansas City, Atlanta, Tampa, Florida, Columbus, Ohio, and Phoenix. So,
Phoenix. The Truth Warrior is coming to Michigan.
Are you playing with the cord?
No, I'm not.
I heard it. I got to rewire that thing.
I'm not doing anything.
Right. Eyeglasses, yeah, that would be a really common one.
Phones.
How is phone
phones
not in
this? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it wasn't in there. Columbus, Ohio, that's not our state. Our state's Michigan. Almost our state.
Just gotta drive. Keep driving north.
It's about 8 hours north because my last long ride was to Columbus. Oscoda, that's in Michigan. Oscoda County? Anyways.
Hey, truth.
All right, so the next video, Jesper can introduce it. It's him.
There we go. The next video is a super long video, but it is worth it. We're going to watch all of it. We might kind of take a break in the middle, but it's all about Uber. And we talked a little bit about it earlier, but Uber and Lyft and the crucial channels for profitability.
Yeah, so it's about, I hear that cord is pissing me off.
I'm not doing anything.
So what's funny is my other co-host never touches it. Are you kicking it?
No.
So it is a long video. We may pause it like Jesper said, but it does a really good job of explaining what's going on with Uber and Lyft. You ready? Let's roll. I'm going to beat Jesper's fucking ass because he keeps hitting the mic cord.
It's not me.
If you've caught an Uber or Lyft recently, one thing you may have noticed is that prices have gone up. Across America, prices are up an average of 36% since 2019, reaching a record high in April 2022. And here's the thing, those prices may never go back to pre-pandemic levels. See, after traffic numbers were decimated by the pandemic, many ride-hailing companies were hoping that 2022 would be back to business as usual. But that hasn't been the case. Instead, they're facing driver shortages, rising fuel costs, riders taking fewer trips, and pressure from investors. All of which has caused their stocks to go on a wild ride. So what are Uber and Lyft doing to try and survive, and what does this mean for your future ride? Let's find out. Okay, first, how did we get here? Because before the pandemic, rides were pretty cheap, and Uber and Lyft had managed to capture a huge market share by using venture capital money to subsidize rides. But
what happened was when these companies went public in 2019, investors said, look, there's no way you can continue to burn that amount of money. You guys have to show us a path to profit.
That's WSJ's Preetika Rana, who has been covering Uber and Lyft through the pandemic.
And so just before the pandemic, Uber and Lyft had started to say, okay, we're going to cut back on giving out these deep discounts.
However, when the pandemic hit, riders disappeared. And then not long after, so did the drivers.
Drivers didn't want to stay on the platform because it was worthless just sitting around waiting for a ride when no one was going out.
Throughout the pandemic, many of those drivers turned to food delivery apps as a source of income. But now, even though passengers have started to return, drivers haven't.
Some of them are staying put. They're not coming back because of safety concerns. With delivery, you can still drop the food off at their doorstep without any sort of interaction.
Now, fewer drivers means longer wait times for passengers. And when you couple that with the new fees that these companies are charging riders for rising fuel costs, it also means higher fares. So
customers are becoming a little more deliberate about how much they spend. So some people said that for shorter trips, it's just not worth taking Uber and Lyft.
Now, here's the kicker. Even though riders are taking 35% fewer trips than they were pre-pandemic, higher ride prices means that both Uber and Lyft have managed to generate more revenue than they did pre-pandemic. But investors fear that unless these companies act now to bring back drivers and make it more affordable for riders, the ride-hail market could continue to shrink. So what are Uber and Lyft doing? Well, to start with, both companies are trying to lure back cost-conscious customers by rolling out their cheaper transportation alternatives.
They're trying to bring back those carpooled shared rides that we had before the pandemic. So what this allows riders to do is split fares, and it makes it more affordable.
Lyft has also rolled out its first ad campaign promoting the use of its rental bikes that are cheaper than its rides. And to get around the driver shortage, Uber is turning to a former rival, yellow taxis.
They've gone in New York City and they've basically onboarded the entire taxi fleet of New York City onto their app.
Onboarding yellow taxis will help solve the driver shortage for Uber, but it will also provide them with higher margins, as they won't have to spend money on bonuses to woo drivers to the platform. Finally, both companies are pausing hiring and reducing spending to cut costs. So what does all this mean for you, the passenger?
It means you're going to be paying a lot, so shut the fuck up. No, so what I take away from that is interesting is that they're making more money now with less drivers because they've raised their rates so much.
Right.
And that is crazy to me.
Well, and probably also the people who are taking fares are taking longer fares.
Yeah, they didn't mention anything about that, but I just think it's funny that they're not doling out any extra money to drivers. You know what I mean? But they're charging their passengers a lot. So remember how we said, how is Lyft making money through this? Well, clearly they're making money,
right? Because
they're charging more. John says, imagine calling an Uber on your phone and getting a yellow cab. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I went. So it must be only Uber X that they would get a yellow cab. It wouldn't be like Uber Black.
They show up as yellow cab.
Yeah. Do they?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can get an Uber X, you can get an Uber XL, you can get a yellow cab.
Okay.
You can order like that in New York.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, I think that video did a really good job. I'm actually going to even share that on social media because I just think it did a good job explaining what's going on. But I don't know, man. I'm not going to do any Uber driving unless the money's there. It's the only way you're going to get me in the seat is surge or bonuses.
But so that's the thing too, though, and I can't help but think that I have to get out there and try it. Right?
Yeah, for you it's different. You want to get back into it. It's not so much
I want to drive.
Yeah, it's not so much like your income that's your full-time gig.
I don't have to do it.
Right.
But I also, the thing that kind of encourages me a little bit is my car can do E85. Which I always back in the day when I drove a lot, my E85 would get about as good mileage in city, not highway by any means. But in city driving, I would get about as many miles on a tank of E85 as on a tank of regular.
Oh, really?
Yeah, city driving. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little bit off, but not much. Okay. It wasn't really noticeable. And so I actually haven't even been paying attention to the price of E85, but I know it's still well below what regular is right now.
Yeah. I heard E85 isn't great for your car, though.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter?
No, not really. I've talked to several mechanics, and their opinion is it doesn't matter. And particularly what he says is, if you mix and do sometimes do 85, sometimes do regular, you're gonna get that extra oil that is in regular that you need, and it'll be fine.
Okay.
But again, I don't know anything about it. I'm not a mechanic. My opinion is based on what these a couple mechanics have told me. So that's all I know. Don't blame me if your car breaks up. Sorry. It's not me.
I think Megan's face is like, don't use the 85. Tyler said Uber pays 56 a mile in his market and Lyft pays 97 cents. There's that much of discrepancy? Holy shit.
In his market, yep.
Oh, Mac, yeah, but you're in a Subaru. You're driving a bougie car. You need premium. That's a foreign car. Most of those foreign cars need premium.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyways, I can't help. I mean, I want to get back out there just also to drive to see how bad is it with or how much can you make in an evening when you have less drivers?
Yeah, exactly. I put this one.
Call Irvine's every year. I'm not going to touch that car, Megan. You know that. But definitely always call Irvine's.
So next up, Uber loses appeal as top Swiss court rules Uber as an employee. This is a real short article. Switzerland top court uphold a ruling that rideshare hailing Uber should be treated as an employer, dismissing the company's attempt to overturn a Geneva court's verdict. According to the Federal Supreme Court, the Baba Court did not rule arbitrarily when it ruled that Uber drivers working in Geneva had employment relationship with Uber. Yeah, not surprising. It keeps going. Each country.
Right. Didn't we talk about that a couple of times weeks ago? That exactly that country went to.
It's not just Switzerland. It may have been another country, but yeah, I mean, they've been, in a separate ruling on food delivery service Uber Eats, the court upheld an appealing, contesting whether the company was a recruitment service. Man, I don't know. Uber is just going to be shady as hell. I mean, I don't like this ruling. I just hope it doesn't affect us. Like, I don't want to be an employee. That's what we've always talked about time and time again.
Right.
So.
But again, they're going to continue seeing this in Europe.
Hey, Leo. Yeah, I think Europe's a little different because it's they're more of a social. No,
well, a lot of the labor laws are a lot more cemented.
Yeah, I mean, and they're more. No, everyone, calm down. They're more socialistic a little bit with their, the university, which the free university. So it's going to lead towards quote unquote union or taking care of.
Correct.
Yeah,
the workers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are socialistic democracies.
Right.
I mean, there's a difference.
Yeah. So it's whatever. It's one of those things. All right. Moving on. I don't want to be an employee. We're going to talk about Middleton Tech, who is one of our sponsors. Gary's in the chat right now. If you want to know anything, I says to Gary, I need to get you on the show. I'm like, I'm sorry about that. I haven't got on. And he's like, oh, I'm like, do you want a guest host or you want a separate episode for you? And he's like, no, I want to be a guest because this is what the interview would be like if it was just separate. What does your app do? It automates things. Okay, have a good night. And I'm like, well, we're professionals. We talk a little bit more than that.
It automates things.
I know. I was dying. He was like, me. It automates things. Okay, have a good night. So we're going to get Gary on soon to be a guest host.
To talk about how it automates things.
Right. John, you can put that back up. But yeah, Middleton Tech has driver utility helper, Maximo, and Flex Alert. Maximo does Uber Eats, Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, all that stuff. You can accept, decline, set up all kinds of parameters. It is a person that wants exactly what they want. It's a wet dream. I mean, you can literally do mileage, money, time. It's insane for Maximo. Driver utility helper, or DUH, is just for DoorDash, but same kind of a principle applies. And then Flex Alerts for Amazon Flex workers does not grab the route for you, but lets you know when routes go up or when routes are taken and how many are left and those kind of things. So check them out. The link is in the description. Middleton Tech. Thank you, Gary, very much for supporting us. All right, so let's talk about Jeopardy.
Don't we love Jeopardy? Everybody loves Jeopardy.
It's so freaking hard. I'm such an idiot. Like I some of those questions, I'm like, I get like, what is it? How many are on there on a board? Like, is there like 50? No,
something. I don't know.
It's like 5, maybe 25. I don't know.
When I read the article, I struggle with why does it add value to know that he's a Lyft driver?
Well, I think they always ask something about their occupation or what they do. So
I know, but it's like it doesn't add any value at all that Ryan Long, a Philly Uber driver. So basically, this guy, an awesome. I mean, all respect to you, Ryan. Absolutely, he is now the 9th most winning.
Oh no shit!
Yes.
That's really good.
Basically, he has 15 straight victories now, and he's won $279,000, 400, and a trip to the show's annual tournament.
Well, he's still going to have to work full time for Uber and Lyft. I mean,
well, and he says that too. It's not like he's going to He's going to quit.
No, that's not life changing money.
No, but and the thing is, he does seem to have a pretty good look on that. He says, yeah, it's gonna let me relax a little bit. He also has a sick child, who he's dealing with, so that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's awesome that he is the 9th most winning now in all times of Jeopardy, and he's still in the game. Right? He hasn't lost yet.
I think people add like he's a just for clicks.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a click thing. It doesn't really matter what he does for work, but it's just kind of cool. We got somebody that works for Uber and Lyft.
Dave says he's the 8th all-time Jeopardy. So maybe when I read when the article was written, he was the 9th, and
he could have won again.
Yeah. Well, so if he's the 8th all-time right now, that means he's now won 19 or 20 times, because the 8th before had won 19. So, anyways, either way, long story short, he's winning a lot. More power to you, Ryan. Awesome. Keep going.
Yeah, good job.
Yep.
Megan says, try Celebrity Jeopardy. You'll do better. I think I would be doing it. Yeah, Dave. He'll be driving a Tesla now. Oh, hell yeah. Some sort of electric car. Don't buy a Tesla. I mean, you can buy a Tesla. There's a lot of other electric cars out there.
Correct.
Now.
One thing I'm very interested to seeing, and we're going to have to report on a little bit. So there's a new, where is that from?
You're going to have to be more specific.
Korean. It's a new Korean.
Daewoo?
No. It's a brand new Korean electric car that's gonna enter the market this year.
Okay, I think I remember you speaking.
Forget what it's called.
It's not Rivian, right?
No.
Okay.
No, but that's pretty interesting, actually. I'm looking forward to it. Basically, they're saying that it's priced in a way that it'll be, affordable for regular American families.
I mean, Tesla is. The base model is relatively affordable. I mean, it's...
Oh, yeah. Now it is, yeah.
Yeah. It's not out of price range. I mean, right now, honestly, $50,000 is what you're going to be shooting for a new car anyways.
Oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Megan, you asked me, and you're going to ask me again, what do we end up buying? We haven't bought anything yet, because I don't want to pay the prices for new cars right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they are really expensive. I want that RAV4 Prime, but they start at like $50,000, and I just don't know if I can spend that much on a car.
I know.
If you think about that, and we're gonna drive, like me, I'm gonna drive it into the ground. Like if I'm doing gig work, I'm like,
we paid $20,000 for the van in 2016.
Yeah,
right.
I paid $20,000 for my Pilot.
It's like,
too.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I wonder what that Pilot would cost now. It would probably be like $30,000, and it still had 77,000 miles an hour. You got my text yesterday, the RAV4 Prime. I didn't get your text yesterday. You didn't. What are you talking about? You got some news for me? Do we need to stop the show right now? Anyways, moving on. There was a driver that was driving around. I'm not sure where this is. We'll just play it, and it'll speak for itself. John, are you doing something that you can't play that video? Are you doing what that guy was doing? Okay, here we go. This guy, let's rock. No sound. He's doing something with his hand. He is going to town on his penis right now. What the hell? So, yeah, that's pretty rough. Wasn't it worth it?
50 to 70 mpg.
Oh, did I never add you to the stream the whole time, John? No, at the beginning you were in this. All right, Gary, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. So yeah, this seems to be like a basically a common theme, and like this is the second one that's done that. So Uber is appalled after a woman films driver masturbating, wants him out. So it says what a jerky. This article is from, where is it from? The New York Post. What a jerky thing to do. A vexed digital vixen is calling out Uber for allegedly deactivating her subscription after she claimed to have caught her Uber driver masturbating during the ride. And unsurprisingly, the unsavory scene rubbed her the wrong way. So Uber canceled my account because my driver complained about me without hearing my side of the story. Look at the driver, cussed him and his mother. Oh my God. So basically he was beaten off. I don't understand how you do that. How messed up do you have to be that you're going to masturbate in the car? First of all, what's turning you on? Like, I'm a simple guy, right? Like, I like boobs and ass. Like, that's great. You're driving around. I'm wondering what's getting him off that he needs to do that right now.
Well, yes. Why does he need to do it right now?
I mean, I've never been like driving around going, you know what? You know what I need to do right now? I need to whip my penis out and choke the chicken.
Oh, it's just... yeah.
Maybe he got $100 tip from a ride or something.
But $100 tip so he has to masturbate?
You never know.
I mean, anyways, just a tip for new drivers out there. Please don't pull out your penis while you're driving around passengers.
So, do you think he was set up?
What? Set up?
What if this was just like...
Talk into your mic.
Sorry. What if this was just some kind of a setup from this lady and she's just doing it, hey, can you record, can you do it while I'm recording? And
you're saying they know each other?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
And she's just doing it for publicity.
I mean, I guess.
She's a TikToker.
Yeah, but she said that she has screenshots from an email from Uber about it.
Anybody can say anything.
I don't think so. Is she a TikToker? I think she just tweeted it. She's a tweeter. She's not She's not a Tikkie.
Steve says she's a TikToker.
No, he's laughing at you saying that. Why is it some people that are on TikTok, we look at them and like as knowledgeable, and some people were like, she's a damn TikToker.
I think it's because the whole term, the whole idea of being influencer is kind of taking a negative turn.
Yeah, it has. I got to ask Mac. He says, Chucky from Sons of Anarchy. I watched that show and loved it. I don't know what he's talking about, and I need to know because that's going to drive me nuts.
She posted on
man. Tyler says those speed bumps get me going sometimes. Oh yeah, especially if you're a flexer. He doing flex out in the dirt roads and all the bumps.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, well,
and just don't do that.
There's some messed up people out there. So, all right, Jesper, you're up before you take another drink.
I know. I want to take another drink. So nearly 80%. I always get the stupid story.
It's not a video.
80% of delivery drivers admit to eating customers' food. I know it's not a video, but it's the stories. I'd like to point out by saying I have never eaten a customer's food.
Me either.
Now, I've only delivered food like 7 times total in my life.
7?
Maybe 8. I don't know, but it was never my thing. But no, I have never eaten food, and I would never. It's just no. So they really put the take in, take out. Ha 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 ha. Nearly 80% of delivery drivers have admitted to eating customers' food, according to a study conducted and published by the Circuit Route Planner. Roughly 8 out of 10 drivers, of which 564 were surveyed for the purpose of this story, admitting to snacking on somebody's food on the way to dropping it off. A number which certainly spiked since a similar 2019 survey picked the number at about 25%, which means in 2019 when they asked, I'm assuming about the same amount of people, only 25% of them said, yes, I've eaten the food.
No, it says 80%.
In 19, it was 25%.
Oh.
I know, right? Funny.
I'm not listening.
It's gone from 25% to now 80%. So does that mean now it's culturally acceptable to eat other people's food? No, it's not. Don't eat people's food.
It's so weird that you would do that.
Why do you think it's okay?
I know. It's the same with the masturbating in the car. Like it's beyond fathom that you would eat somebody's food.
So
okay, question.
Yeah.
The bag is unsealed. All right. You're putting in your car, you accidentally knock the bag over, and a fry comes out. Are you eating that fry?
No.
Are you putting it back in the car?
No.
You're just going to throw it away?
Yes.
He's
the fry went on the floor.
on your seat.
Well, but still the seat.
He's a fucking liar.
Other people sat in the seat. They farted in the seat. I'm not going to put it back.
Why did you have to go to farting?
I'm not going to put it back. Anyway, so the article keeps going on and talks about that a lot of the people are doing it because it's like their way of
getting back at the man
because they don't tip.
Well, my gosh.
It's that getting back on, well, he's not going to tip anyways. I'm going to eat his fucking food, right? That's what they're going for. And
see, this just proves how stupid people are because, like, you took the low order
right
without a tip, so
right.
You're going to show the man by eating his fry?
Exactly. Basically, in summary, tip well and keep in the back of your mind that the food you ordered may very well have been in the same car someone was recently hooking up on. Because what it also goes on, it says a lot of the people who in the study also say that, what was it here? I forget the percentage. 27% of the drivers also, I think it was more. Anyways, a lot of the people who drive also admit to saying that the same vehicle they're using to deliver food when they've also used to hook up to people in. So hooked up with people in the car.
I mean,
done things, not just masturbating, I guess.
Thank you for explaining it.
But
what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
I mean, you fart on your seat. We've just revealed that.
But right, absolutely. But the food stays in the packaging, right?
Well, yeah, but so if somebody hooks up, it's not like they hooked up and sprayed their all over.
I would hope not, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, geez.
So, anyways, again, I would never eat anybody's food.
All right.
Don't take the order.
I appreciate that. So Mac says, good clarification, Gary. Gary's like, I've never ate any food. I'm like, you got to clarify that. Basically saying customers' orders.
Right.
Anyways. John, don't be saying that stuff in private chat. You got to... John's teasing me in private chat. Tom, anyone to buy chicken livers? Oh, my God. What is going on? This show's out of control.
love chicken livers, Tom. I get them.
You're weird, Jesper.
I love chicken.
All right.
Livers
so next up, DoorDash. Dave, hook up in my car and it's going on YouTube. So this is interesting.
You do everything for viewers, right, Dave?
Yeah. I'm surprised Dave doesn't have an OnlyFans.
He may have. You don't know.
If it is, yeah, he might. So increase
$17.95 a month.
That's cheap. Increase your acceptance rate to earn more. There's a new pilot in Arizona, I believe. Eligible Dashers receive a priority access to higher paying orders, which will always be over $2 a mile. Eligibility criteria: 4.5 customer rating, which is pretty low, and 50% acceptance rating. As a Dasher with a high customer rating, you can reset your acceptance rate and get priority access to high paying orders. So what do you think about that? Are they trying to tease you to reset your acceptance rate and try to keep your 50% up? Because if they reset it, you're at 100%. Right. So then you only, I mean, yeah, I know you know what reset means. I didn't have to explain it to you. But I was just, clearly I had to do it in my own head to make it work. But then they're like getting you to accept more. But $2 a mile, I mean, before the gas prices, my goal was $1 a mile.
Okay.
So $2 a mile. I mean, I don't think that's bad.
No.
I think I would do it.
But yeah.
Max says they lie. They rolled that out a few months back, and I'm still getting high dollar orders. I don't know what that means, but Pete says back in my day, acceptance rates were so much higher.
I remember, Pete, back when you were a
diamond bitch. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's a bad if I can figure out that they're going to guarantee me $2 a mile, I'm in. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad. Or
but
not.
No, but are you going to get the mileage then? Are you going to get enough orders to make it worth it?
Well, I see what you're saying. No, it says, so do you have to accept every one then?
Well, you have to keep your acceptance rate over 50%.
So Dashers receive priority access to higher paying orders. Oh, so it doesn't mean that every order is going to be high.
No.
You just have quote unquote access to it.
Right.
Oh, so they basically tease you, and so you take the shitty ones too. Okay,
Correct.
never mind. I'm out of here. Why did I even think that was something I wanted to do?
Why would they do anything good for you?
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
We all know that they don't
see.
love us.
Even me, I get excited about these little emails and stuff. So
Tyler's is not Tyler. Sorry, my acceptance rate is low teens.
John's is below 10%. I don't know what mine is. Probably not great. Tom, anyone to buy chicken livers? That's the randomest comment. If I had an award to give for the randomest comment on the show, it would be that one. Fucking Tom, buy chicken livers.
What is he gonna use them for? That's what I don't know.
Max says they say you're given priority access and it doesn't happen. That
Right.
doesn't surprise me. Never mind. Screw them. I can't believe I haven't got kicked off any platforms. All the shit I talk about, all these things.
They don't care about you. You're not big enough.
That's true. Moving forward, we're going to talk about Moves Financial, right? Did I miss something?
Nope.
All right. Moves Financial is awesome. You can go to link.movesfinancial.com/gig economy podcast to download the app and get working with Moves. Basically, Moves is a debit card that you can use anywhere, kind of like the Dasher card that always doesn't work. Moves does not do that. Moves works all the time.
Moves can't. Yeah.
Yes.
Cards move.
So basically, you
works.
download the app, you connect all your accounts, and then it tracks your earnings, and then you get all your earnings on that card. So yeah, so they basically, it's like, you get all your money on that. And one cool thing about it is they offer low access to free cash advances. Just let it go. You're gonna yawn?
No, I'm good.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I got ADD right now. Low fee cash advances up to $8,000. Jesus, I'm sorry, Moves. That's why I do a clean one at the beginning of the show because of this.
Right.
Up to $1,000 is based on how much you earn, so they
Sure.
track all that. And then they also offer get free shares of the gigs you work for: Uber, Lyft, DoorDash. I looked at my DoorDash stock the other day. It's not great, but yeah, Moves is incredible. Android or iOS. Of course, link.movesfinancial.com/gig economy podcast. Of course, it's in the description. We would love you to work with them
Absolutely.
and get their debit card.
It gives you a little bit more economy free. Is it called economy freedom? No.
Financial
Financial
freedom.
freedom. Right?
Yeah.
So if you have a bad week or whatever,
That's what I love about that. Like that, people don't realize what an incredible advantage that is.
Absolutely.
Because there's not a card out there, Uber's, DoorDash, that's going to get you. Oh, Mac just got his Move card. Sweet. Start migrating platforms. Yeah. There's not a card out there that's going to float you $300.
Right.
It's not happening. So Moves is the way to go. I absolutely love that. Everything they do. They're a great company. And we're interviewing Matt, the CEO, again next week. So
Yep.
excited to get him on the show. I love that guy.
Absolutely.
Real quick disclosure. Hold on. All right, the show's got to wrap. Oh my God, we're at 58 minutes. I'm out of water. Moose Financial is a financial technology company. Is not a bank. Banking services provided Blue Ridge Bank NA, member FDIC. The Moose Financial Visa debit card is issued by Blue Ridge Bank NA pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. It may be used everywhere. Visa debit cards are accepted. Cash advances are provided by Moose Financial and not Blue Ridge Bank NA. Cash back on gas terms and conditions apply. And then there's a bunch of other freaking disclosures. You can click on those, but I have to read that one. So, all right, Jesper, you're up next with this picture. If you can figure out a way how to get that freaking lawnmower, and I'm pretty sure that's a Honda Fit. If I had to guess, it looks like a Honda Fit. I mean, at least it's a 4-door. So
Right.
I don't know if this is a Dasher trying to get this in, but it kind of looks like she's looking at her phone.
But it's a fun way, right? It's a fun story anyway. So when you are a top dasher but refuse to sign a Walmart order,
So in my head, looking at
who
that,
buys a $2,000?
can you put that back up, John, real quick?
Who buys a $2,000 lawnmower on DoorDash. That's what I want to know.
I don't even know how DoorDash would allow that.
That's probably not a $2.
But I'm wondering what if
it's not a zero turn. It's a
no. It's not a zero turn. Zero turn would be like $8,000. So my thought is that she's gonna put it in neutral and tow it. The back wheels are down. She's got it strapped in. I bet she's gonna tow it.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Steve, and have a great celebration.
$18 an hour? Shit. Steve, are you going to be a lifeguard?
My son is making $17.25 pushing carts at Meyer.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not. And he's loving it.
That's so much money for a kid in high school. My God, I was making like $4.50 an hour. I mean, it was, oh my God. That's fucking insane.
My son is 17 years old. $17.25 an hour.
That's incredible.
And he loves it. He walks around 4 hours every night, listens to his podcast all the time.
Just collecting cards.
And just collecting cards.
No one messes with him. He just does his thing.
Oh, he loves it.
That's incredible.
I'm super proud of that kid.
Mark, back in my day, I made $4.25, and then I had to walk to work uphill both ways.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm only 46. Isn't Mark? Mark, aren't you older than me? Anyways.
Sounds better than gig work.
Yeah, there are some days that I would take the 17.25 an hour.
Right. What was your minimum? What was when you were out driving? What were you aiming to do?
I was aiming to do 20 like during the day, during the week. I would aim
before
to do
or after gas.
After gas.
Okay, so you would calculate. You would take.
I mean, I'll be honest
out.
with you. I didn't like really think about it a lot. I just mostly had a money goal. Like if I hit that money amount, which was $150 a day, that's what my goal was, and then I would go home. So sometimes it would take longer. But sometimes it was so slow, I would just go home. I'm like, it's not even worth it. And now with gas that much, like. I was kind of hoping my daughter was turning 16 this December so I could get a hybrid, but I mean, I don't want to pay for it, so it's got to be one more year.
My biggest thing was always, and I think a lot of people forget this, all the mileage that I would get to deduct. Oh,
yeah, that actually kind of screwed me this year. I had to pay the piper, aka IRS, because I did a lot of Walmart and I didn't drive very much because it's like 3-4 miles to drop it off, and then you're back to Walmart. So. Yeah, I kind of got popped on that. So yeah, Pete always had a money goal too. So it didn't really matter. It was like, this is what I need to hit, and then I'm gonna go home. So So anyways, but still 17.25. Good on Meyer though good on them for paying like that. Like they finally realized, hey, guess what? We're not gonna get anyone to work for us if we don't raise our rates. That's the bottom line. I see these local Facebook groups and like, hey, we're hiring at $13 an hour. No one's going to do that. No one's going to do that.
No. All
right.
They pay out weekly now and everything. Yeah, it's great.
I'm surprised they haven't started paying out daily.
I know.
All right, a couple more real quick and then we'll wrap up. This is a no accountability. TikToker claims 2 DoorDash drivers canceled after learning she was blind. We're going to play that video and scrutinize it.
Let's do it.
These door dashers are on thine last nerve. Why are y'all so lazy? Why? Those of you who do not know me, I am blind. I lost my sight to pseudotumor cerebri, also known as intracranial hypertension, I age for short, and I developed that condition because of my birth control. So I ordered DoorDash today because yesterday was my birthday, and I had a pretty eventful day. Today, I just want to relax in the house, wash my hair, whatever. Instead of going out to get my food, I ordered DoorDash. And the first dasher keeps sending me pictures. And I proceed to explain to her that I am blind / visually impaired, whatever, same thing. Argue with your mammy about that. I'm not finna argue with y'all about that. Anyway, I text her and I say, hey, I'm visually impaired. I can't see these pictures. Can you please use your words? She sees visually impaired and cancels the order. So I had to reorder my food. Baby, I'm hungry. I ain't about trying to do that, but I really wanted the food, so I reordered it. I immediately text the new DoorDasher, and I let them know, hey, I'm visually impaired, and this is exactly where I need you to leave my food so that I can find it. They canceled the order because I guess they didn't feel like doing that. The third dasher, I didn't even bother to tell him I'm visually impaired because at this point I'm very hungry and I need my food. I need my food. And he leaves it in the complete opposite place of where I asked him to leave it. The receptionist desk at the The receptionist at the front desk in my building is very helpful. She helped me find it. She had him leave it with her because he told her it was for me, and she knows my struggle. But she said his attitude was very nasty, and she asked him to please bring it to my front door, and he was like, no, I'm not doing that. And set my food down and left. Like, what's going on today? Like, what is really happening?
So what do you think that doesn't add up about that? You talked about it, or maybe it was John that talked about that something didn't add up on that story. What do you think is wrong with it?
First of all, I mean, again, she doesn't seem blind to me. But maybe she is visually impaired, all that stuff. She shouldn't go into that. I get that. I'm sorry.
What
I
the
think
fuck? Yes.
What didn't add up to that?
I don't know. You had said that, or is that what you were saying? That
no, I didn't. This is the first time I saw it. It feels like, and again, I'm sorry, I did not mean to make that comment. But
you're getting canceled.
Well, maybe, but her eyes seem to be following along. I don't know. It was just weird. I wonder if she tipped. I guess that was.
What do you got to say, John?
Yes, we're focused on the story, not the individual. But I was just gonna say that I don't know why Dashers would be sending pictures of food to her. I mean, all they need to do is just drop it off. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And also,
go ahead. Sorry.
And also Dashers can't cancel orders. We can only assign. So I'm not sure what happened with her order.
Well, I think she was saying she doesn't know the verbiage of unassigned. I think she's just like saying canceled. So the driver just unassigned the order, right? I mean, I think you have to go through DoorDash, but
yeah, and it's right. I mean, legally blind is blind, but still have limited vision. I get that, and I apologize.
Yeah, no, we're just teasing you.
No, I know, but I shouldn't have said that. So.
Right. Well, I guess honestly, it sucks. It doesn't surprise me that DoorDash drivers drop the ball. We see it all the time. So I mean, it is what it is. But just follow the instructions.
Right.
You know, just in general, it's just more of a lesson of like, it's not that hard to read the instructions. Just do what it said.
Right.
Within reason.
And yes, and absolutely don't ever cancel just because they're blind. No, absolutely not.
I will let you know if you guys are in the Grand Rapids area, there's a giant castle in my little stinky city, by the way. And it's a nightmare to deliver there.
Oh.
I will leave your order at the front entrance. I text them and say, can you meet me down there? And most of them say yes. But I did have one say, no, you have to bring it up here. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. I'm leaving it here. And I took a picture and left because you will get lost up there and you probably will die. You will not be able to get out. It's terrible. So,
there's actually literally catacombs upstairs.
Yeah. I should do like a little video of that place. Pete, I'm going to move the castle in order and rate you 0 stars, bro. Bring it. I'll take the low rating. Bring it. No, I should do a video of the castle because it is like it's like a prison. I mean, as far as like how big it is and shit like that. So,
I do wonder though. Do you think she tipped?
I'm not going to speculate if she did or not. I mean, I assume she did.
And again, she's not required to tip, right? She's not required to tip, but
no. But if you want to get better service, you're going to tip. But you should still follow the basic rules of just dropping it off.
Sure.
Gary says, depending on the apartment, some dashers will not deliver to your door if there's a door person. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't ever deliver to a place that has a door person. So I won't mess around with buzzers. Like I'll try to buzz in if you're not.
Do you remember that one story that was like you have to like type this code here and then that code there, and when you get here you gotta.
When I used to, I remember that one. They're like, yeah, no, that's gonna be a no for me. John says you need to tip if you want better quality. I mean, it's true.
Right.
You have to tip more if you want a better driver. The dumbass drivers are going to take the low ones. So
right.
Real quick, Chick-fil-A is testing a revolutionary new delivery method. John, you got that picture? basically, I just wanted to show the picture what it looks like. It's like a straight up motorcycle or like a 3-wheeled thing. But they say it costs 80% less energy than conventional delivery. The service for customers who live close to a Chick-fil-A location. I don't know. Domino's is starting to test delivery robots too. I just thought that was interesting. That picture of that
reminds me of the local delivery robot here from
but
Meyer.
Yeah, but that one was way more beefy than the one from Meyer. So, I think that's gonna do it. Thank you so much, John. You got any closing thoughts? Do you want to
Pete, get your own food?
Tell us how your week was and any tip for new drivers or anything?
I actually started doing ship this week.
Ooh, tell us.
Yeah, so far I've done 7 orders. Only 2 people have tips, so not exactly off to a good start. But hopefully I'll get better customers soon.
Yeah, I mean, some of those people will tip later when they go to redeliver or when they go to reorder. So,
yep,
for sure. How's your steps, John? Yeah,
my steps.
You getting your steps in?
Not as much this week. I've been more sedentary because I've been working on my new book. But yeah, I'll get back to it.
Gary told me to ask. Anyways, guys,
he's been talking trash.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for
guys.
listening. Thanks, Dave. Make sure you strike on July 4th. Thank you, Peter. Thanks, Mark. Of course, John. Larry chimed in early. Hey, Larry. Janet, she probably left because I got too naughty.
She just left. She's a good girl.
I know. Tyler, thank you so much. Of course, Mac. And yeah, I think that's everybody.
And sign up for Patreon, guys. Support us.
Oh, man. When's the picnic? September 17th. Yeah.
At 1 o'clock.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know. Yeah, 1 o'clock because we get the park at noon. So that'll give us an hour to set up. Okay, 1 o'clock. It's going to be 2 hours, 1 to 3.
Yes.
I'm not doing the long haul.
No.
So anyways, yeah, I'm super looking forward to that because I think John from North Carolina is coming up, and then
and we're gonna live stream from the picnic this year, right?
Maybe same place, yeah, Pete, Riverside Park.
Yep.
Gary in Grand Rapids. If you want to come to Grand Rapids, it's a great, and Larry might be coming up too, so it's gonna be awesome. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks, John. This podcast is produced and edited by Hey Guys Media Group. Want to start a podcast? Check out heyguysmediagroup.com.